Morning of, I think, day 111, and I'm leaving the campsite, stepping back onto the Appalachian Trail right now, and slept okay last night, about 9 hours, I think. So asleep by 7, woke up at 4, got a little chillier. So went along and eventually was underneath my quilt. That's typical as it cools off during the evening. Had a breakfast of cold soaked oatmeal. Fancy people call it overnight oats. And a cup of cold Starbucks Via. Thank you, LJ, for sending that to me. Visited the privy, packed up my stuff, and now on the trail. About 6:15 a.m. Today should be a little challenging. It's about 14 miles to our planned campsite. It's 14 miles from Wilson Valley Lean-To to Chairback Pond, I think is where we're going. And we're gonna get some water. Going to cross a water source in about 4 miles, and then there's no on-trail water for the next 10. We may take a Blue Blaze trail, a quarter mile or more to a pond in the middle. We'll see how that goes. And right now we just got a little climb up. We have just filled all of our water bottles and our bellies with water here at Long Pond Stream, and starting to head up towards the Chairbacks. This will be as I said, the last on-trail water source for 10 miles. We may get off and hike a Blue Blaze to a pond if we need to, but pack's heavy with water. We are about halfway up Barren Mountain, B-A-R-R-E-N, and this is a pretty steep climb. We've done this kind of stuff before, but it doesn't make it any easier. From what I can tell, we've climbed about halfway up Barren Mountain to this little ledge with a view, and it's a pretty view. We're gonna walk along a little flat trail for half a mile or so, and then make another climb. If I can tell where we are on the map. Sign says Barren Mountain 1.8. That'll be the peak of that. Somewhere over there.
It's pretty incredible, honestly.
I've seen enough views to last a lifetime.
So when you go down, you haven't done Smarts Mountain yet, have you, in New Hampshire? So we were there for the fireworks on 4th of July.
Cloud Pond Lean-To. Right behind me is a Blue Blaze trail. It goes to a spot where I slept 7 years ago when I hiked the 100-mile wilderness with KJ and Shoelace and Mr. Bean. I remember Cloud Pond was a really pretty place. We had camp spots right on the pond, but we're not going there now. We've got about 6 miles to go. I've got 1.5 liters of water. I think Mosey's got 1 liter and Shadow's got about 1/2 liter to get us through the next 6 miles in the afternoon in the 100-mile wilderness. Entering the 4th mountain bog. I don't know if it's 4th mountain bog or the 4th mountain bog. Regardless, it's a bog on a mountain. So strange. Maine, you climb to the top of a mountain and then there's a bog. And more mountain. In the bog are some pitcher plants of sort. Do you know any history on this? Besides it's an airplane crash?
It's a father and a son, and they lived.
The father and son, they lived?
Oh, I know. Not much.
Wow. It's a view that I didn't have to take a blue blaze to, and it is of mountains that I don't have to climb. So we got about 2 miles to go, and we got to go down, up, and down, right? Maybe up twice.
Yeah, we're still going.
I'm pretty sure behind me is the 4th mountain, and we're going up the Chairback 3rd mountain right now. So I guess we're going in reverse. Came out on top of this big bald spot here. This is the ledges. We're not quite there yet. We got to go down and then back up again and then down to the stream to look for a stealth campsite. What does the sign say? Road, trail. I don't want any of that except for north. Well, it took some crew a whole lot of muscle to move all these flat rocks in place here, didn't it? It's pretty spectacular. Wouldn't you say? Spectacular?
It is.
West Chairback Pond. Got some nice warm pond water to filter. And gonna find a place to put my tent up here. I think there's a tiny little spot next to that loaner canoe, which is chained up. And there's another tiny little spot over here. I'm gonna take one of those 2 spots and call it a night. It took us, let's see, it is 5:45. We left at 6:10 this morning. So it took us almost 12 hours to go 14 miles. It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, but it is Maine and whatnot. So have to, when I log out here, I'll have to look at the itinerary for tomorrow and see what time I got to get up in the morning to get it done. But at this point, I'm going to boil some water, cook some dinner, eat, and go to sleep because I'm tired and the bottoms of my feet hurt. But it was a good day, I guess, you know. Here we are in the 100-mile wilderness. Camp kitchen tonight has produced mashed potatoes with squash and beef jerky and a little bit of tomato in there. And it's a pretty good location. Maybe we'll see a moose in the morning.